Hey everybody, welcome to Live from the Owl's Nest. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And together we make Royalwise, computer software training and support, specializing in QuickBooks Online, Microsoft Office, and of course, all things Apple. And this Live from the Owl's Nest, we're here to just kind of keep you up to speed and let you know what's going on in our little world. So Alicia, why don't you jump in and tell us all about the QBO world?
So I'm going to start with two pieces of news from Intuit. The first one is that Intuit's QuickBooks Online prices are going to be going up. It's been a while. They haven't actually raised the prices on the QBO subscriptions since it's been almost 2 years or over 2 years. Now, some of you are like, but they just changed my prices. They did last year just change the payroll, changing it from self-serve to full service. And some people saw their prices go up. Most people saw their prices go down. But they are changing the prices on QuickBooks Online. So know that that's coming sometime between now and about September 15th or so. Speaking to the bookkeepers who are watching this, there's also a change to your wholesale program that anybody who normally you would be bringing onto your wholesale program, your terms are going to be different. It's not the same wholesale program as it was, so there's a few changes afoot. But, it makes sense. There's so many new features that have come out in the software over the 2 years that there's just that much more value to it. So know that that is happening. The other big piece of news that I'm excited for, I'm a QuickBooks payments geek. I love their merchant services. I love the fact that I can swipe cards when we're on site to take payments. I love that we can send an invoice and people can pay it electronically. They are coming out with a new swiper, a new reader that the old one had PCS and it connected to your phone with Bluetooth, but now it's going to actually show the dollar amount right on it. And it's going to also have its own cradle that you can use so that you can connect it to an iPad, kind of like a kiosk. You know how most coffee shops or retail places have Square payments that have the built-in swiper? It's going to be a little bit more analogous to that. So I'm very happy that Intuit is coming out with that new hardware. Does come with a price. The old reader was $19. This new one is $39. But when you swipe using it, your percentage can be as much as half of the regular fees. So minimum of a 1% reduction, but as much as a 1.5% reduction. And so that will, over time, make up for the cost of the hardware.
Great. Save us a couple of percentage points on those credit cards. We love that. Absolutely. Well, over here in the Apple world, we're still pumping out new MacBook Pro 13-inch and iMacs with M1 chips. I've implemented a couple more of those. Don't even ask.
I'm going to ask.
Not till the fall.
There's no 16-inch M1.
16-inch M1 till the fall. Okay. So you're just going to have to keep riding along. I'm getting ready to purchase my iPad Pro with an M1 chip in it, so at least there's that. That's pretty exciting.
I'll just stare and drool.
Yeah, but the one thing I'm seeing out in the field these days, and I need to talk to you guys about and warn you about, is specifically if you have a Comcast email account. Apparently there was a big server compromise. The Comcast server got compromised. I don't know if they just got a lot of passwords or if they actually got access to the accounts through the server, but a lot of people with Comcast email accounts that haven't changed their password in a long time, they're going in, they are sending an email out to everybody in the contacts list on the server. This is not on your local computer, but out on the Comcast server. And it's a really simple little email. It's from you to all your friends, and it just says something like, "Can you do me a favor?" ? Or "Do you do Amazon?" ? And they're expecting, or what they want is for you to reply to that email. And they've actually hijacked it so the reply to line isn't the original address that it came from. So if it were to come out of jamie@comcast.net, then it would probably go back to jamie@yahoo.com or something like that. And all of a sudden the hacker has hijacked the conversation. And so if any of your friends think it's actually you and they respond, now the person who's compromised the server can have a conversation with you back and forth, trying to get you to buy gift cards and give them information. A client of mine had this happen. An email came to me and it was like, "I'm out of the country and it's my niece's birthday and I want to buy them gift cards. Would you go buy gift cards?" I knew it was a scam immediately, so I spent a nice day and a half talking with this guy, sending him emails back and forth, making promises and telling him why I was delayed, to see how long I could keep him on the hook, which was a lot of fun. But watch out for that. Now, to solve this, the first thing you need to do is go to the Comcast website and change your password and get in and change your password. But a couple things that they do inside your email account settings that you need to look for too is they might have put a forward in place. So you need to go look at the auto forwarding place and uncheck it and make sure that they're not hijacking all of your incoming inbox emails. And the other one is look for filters. They might have put a filter in that moves everything that comes into the inbox into the trash, into a subfolder, or into some other place where you can't find it. So if your Comcast mail goes totally wonky, you got to go to the server level and make all of those different changes.
So that means that it's not opening it up on your computer and going into your computer's Comcast preferences. You actually have to log into the website and do it on the website.
This is absolutely not on your local computer. None of this has happened on your local computer.
So there's nothing wrong with your computer.
Your computer has not been compromised.
Okay.
Nobody is accessing your computer remotely. This is on a Comcast server, and to actually get it chased out of there, you need to log in through the webmail of Comcast, then go to settings, and then look for all these things. As always, if you do not want to deal with this, call us, email us, text us. I would be happy to guide anybody through this process. I hate those guys.
Yeah. And you've had to do that for a few people, haven't you?
I've had 8 in the last 2 weeks. 8 different instances of this in the last 2 weeks. Absolutely.
Moly.
So it's pretty prevalent, and be proactive. Just go to Comcast, change your password right now, because if they did kind of get every password Comcast has, change it, and they don't have it anymore. So really just that easy. Not just that easy, but it's not so hard either. So what else is coming up over in the QuickBooks world?
So the next one isn't exactly the QuickBooks world, but it's the financial world. If you are a parent, you might have noticed, or you're about to notice, that your checking account might have gone up by a few $100s. There's a new child tax credit that is rolling out, and they've increased it from $2,000 to $3,500, although that amount is different for everybody. They base it on your 2019 or your 2020 taxes, and also your income. So it's kind of a sliding scale. Sounds like a good thing, but there's a but, and it's a big but. That is not actually free money. That is actually your end of year child tax credit that would go into your taxes in April. And so if you're usually expecting a big tax return in April, and then you either use that to go pay your bills or buy a giant screen, a 72-inch TV, your refund is going to be smaller because you will have taken some of that refund now. If you're somebody who usually pays taxes in April, your tax bill is going to go up because the refund or the credit that you would have gotten to lower it, you're getting now. So, maybe that helps. Maybe you need the money now. You can keep your credit card bills down. You can use it for some essentials, because that's what the intention is that it helps everybody get up on their feet after this, after the pandemic. No, during the pandemic. The pandemic is not over. Keep wearing your mask. But for some people, that might be a really big shock in April. So if in April you were kind of planning on that big lump sum to do whatever it is you do with your finances, fund your IRA or pay off your credit card bills, you may want to opt out of this. You can go to the IRS's website, and there's a place where you can opt out so that you get the whole credit in April instead of seeing it over the next 6 months now.
Yeah, I think the wording is really what throws it. It's a tax credit, but they're giving you a cash forwarded advance on what they're calling a tax credit. So yeah, you really got to balance that out. And if you're going to get the cash now, make sure that you either put it in the bank and get some interest on it so you can, it's there in April when you need to pay stuff back off, or like she said, opt out. So watch out for the way they word those things. Very, very good.
I'm not going to opt out. I'm going to keep it now. I want to be able to use it to pay off my credit card. Because for me, it's 6 one, half a dozen of the other for when it comes up. But for some people, it really matters. So just know that.
Sounds like you're going to make a baker's dozen.
I am going to make a baker's dozen.
There we go.
Yeah, my lucky 13. And then my last piece of news, I am excited to announce that I am collaborating with the most incredible trainer, Veronica Wasek from 5 Minute Bookkeeping. One of the things that I do day in and day out is help my clients clean up their QuickBooks. If they haven't had a bookkeeper, or if they had a bookkeeper who wasn't doing a really good job, there's trouble spots in their file, and then it's up to somebody to go in and put all the pieces in the right places. And I love doing file cleanups. And so I was going to put a course in the Royalwise OWLS, our on-demand web-based learning solution. But then I realized that Veronica had this big 10-hour course that taught everything that I was going to teach and a whole lot more. And so I was like, well, why am I going to recreate the wheel? So I called up Veronica and I said, hey, are you interested in doing a shorter course for me through our Royalwise OWLS? And she said yes. So I am excited to announce that we are going to have our first guest instructor in our portal at royalwise.com. And so Veronica is recording a 2-hour How to Clean Up QuickBooks course. And it's some of the nuts and bolts of what to look for and how to fix it, but it's also for how to approach a diagnostic and how to price it and communicate that to your clients. And then this 2-hour one that we're doing is going to be on August 10th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific time. And so it's kind of the 2-hour synopsis. And it's going to be Veronica and I live, but it's going to be a live premiere of the videos because we can't teach a cleanup on live because the data is not there. So it's going to be a combination of watching the videos but interacting with Veronica and I in person. And then the course is going to be available in our OWLS after that. So anybody who registers for it is going to have lifetime access to the videos. Not only that, but if you decide, wow, this was fantastic and I want to take Veronica's full course, you're going to be able to apply the $39 from our event and be able to apply that to her course as well. So I am completely excited for this opportunity to work with Veronica. So if you are interested in learning how to clean up QuickBooks and do diagnostics, head over to royalwise.com, click on the calendar in the upper right-hand corner, go to August 10th, and you'll see the course there to click on and register.
All right, we're growing, we're expanding.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Well, I think that's what we got for you this week in the Owl's Nest. As always, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, Facebook or Instagram. Give us a like, give us a comment, share it with your friends and family. And I guess we'll see you in class.
Yep, see you in class.